Yes, you should be posting content before you launch. And no, you shouldn't just be posting any and everything. There are actually 3 main types of content that you want to make sure that you post during your pre-launch. And in this video, you are going to learn all about them. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm Chanel the Brand Hustler, and this is a channel for all of my hustle babes who are interested in gaining insight on the entrepreneur journey while learning essential marketing and business tips for their brand. And throughout this entire week, I have been dropping back-to-back videos to get you geared up for your launch. We've been talking about building a brand, target audience, creating a launch strategy, promoting a launch. We've been talking all the things. And in this video, we are talking all about content because there are levels to this content game, especially when it comes to your pre-launch. So if you haven't checked out any of the other videos that dropped during Launch-A-Thon, make sure that you check them out after this video. The linked playlist will be on the screen, and it'll also be on the end screen and in the description box. You cannot miss it. Also, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if this video and any other video that I have posted has been super helpful to you. Show me love so that I can know that y'all like what I'm putting out, okay? Now, like I said, this video is going to be all about content that you should be posting during your pre-launch. Specifically, I am going to be sharing the goal of your pre-launch content. I am also going to be sharing the 3 types of content that you should be posting during your pre-launch stage. And I'm also going to share some ways so that you can know how to organize your content, okay? So if you are super excited for that, let me know in the comment section. Comment down below just expressing your excitement, and then also share what business it is that you are launching or relaunching and when you intend on launching so that we can support your launch. Now, let's get into this video. Diving right in, let's talk about the goal of your pre-launch content. Pre-launch content is content nonetheless, but pre-launch content, it's your foot in the game, okay? It is your chance to make your first impression, pretty much. Think about your pre-launch content as if this was your debut album, because this is the first piece of anything that you are putting out that people are going to know you by and know your brand by, okay? Still to this day, I will scroll down a brand's Instagram to kind of see what they posted when they first started. Obviously, there's room for growth and all the things, but when you first start, there's a level of connection that's expected from your content, and also there's a level of, ooh, your brand is the ish when you first launch, okay? And so the goal of your pre-launch content is to get your audience members to feel like that, to get them to feel like your brand is the sugar honey iced tea, baby, okay? You want them to be excited for your launch. You want them to talk about it as if this is the hottest high school dance around. Get their outfits ready. You know how in high school when you had a dance coming up and people kept talking about it, or they kept saying like announcements about it. You saw posters around the school. People were talking about who they was gonna bring as a date, what outfit they was wearing. It got you excited. You started going like shopping or begging your mama and your daddy to take you shopping. You started, planning your hairstyles and doing all the things to get prepped for this high school dance. Your launch is the high school dance that you want your audience to get prepped for. So you want to be able to give them content that is exciting, but give them content that gives them enough context to know exactly what is coming up so that they could prep their wallets for when you open up shop. Another reason that pre-launch content is so important, and another goal of pre-launch content, is honestly to attract your target audience. Like I said, this is your first kind of album. This is your debut album. This is your first foot in the door, okay? You want to be able to create content so that your audience out there, they know that this brand is for them. They know that you solve their problem in a unique way that resonates with them, their personalities, and their lifestyle. And if you need to learn more about target audience, I did share a video earlier this week about target audience. I will put it on the screen. However, I do have a live training all about creating a launch marketing strategy where we are going to dive dive deeper into building a brand, creating brand awareness, hashing out your target audience, and we're gonna really break down the stages of a launch marketing strategy and what you should be doing in each stage so that way you can use it to your advantage and launch your product-based business the right way, or relaunch it the right way as well. Now, for the next part of the video, I am going to be sharing the 3 main types of content that you want to make sure that your brand is sharing during your pre-launch stage. So to clarify, your pre-launch stage is the stage before you even launch, okay? It is the stage before you open up shop, so keep that in mind. Now, the 3 types of content that you should be sharing are hype, solution, and connection content. And let's break it down a little bit. So you have your hype content. Your hype content is the content that paints your brand as the it factor. Those are the videos that are cinematic. These are the pictures that tell a story and are shareable and heavy hitting. These are the teasers of your product. These are all the things that get people hyped to want to learn more, get people hyped to want to shop with you once you open your doors. That is what hype content is, okay? And you wanna make sure that you're creating hype content because of what we just talked about. So make sure that hype content is one of the contents that you create. And then the second type, which is your solution type content, this is where you really drive home the solution that you provide and what problem you're addressing. So solution content is like your content that provides quick wins or hacks and things like that that are related to your products and related to your industry and the world that your brand actually lives in. And so when you post solution content pre-launch, it does a great job of speaking to your audience's pain points. It gets inside of their brains of what they're experiencing. Maybe it's dry skin and you call out that pain point and you give them a quick win for it. Then they know that you are a brand for them and that you have what they need. The third type of content is connection content. This is probably like my favorite now. Before, I really loved solution content, but as the world continues to evolve, connection content is more important now than ever. And so connection content is pretty much what it sounds like. It is where you are connecting with your audience in relatable ways, okay? So you are sharing like the emotional side to you, and emotionals doesn't have to be sappy all the time, but you're sharing your emotions with them. You're sharing your brand story. You're sharing elements of yourself as the CEO and elements of your brand and your products that can connect to your audience. So for example, if I had a candle company and my scents were flavored tropical scents that I, took from growing up on a Caribbean island, I would want to share the story of how when I was younger, I saw my grandma grow these beautiful and exotic fruits in her garden and all the things, and I was obsessed with the smell and the taste of them. And so I wanted to replicate that smell so that my home always reminds me of my grandmother, and that's why I created these candles. Someone else who has a strong connection with their grandmother can relate to that, or someone else who grew up in the islands in the Caribbean can relate to that, or someone who loves the smell and taste of exotic fruits can relate to that. And that right there builds that connection link between me and the end consumer on the other end of the screen. Now that we've talked about the 3 types of content, and I've also shared the goal of your pre-launch content, let's talk about how we can actually organize this, right? Because content is not just social media content. Content is everywhere. You have email content, text messages that you send out are content, and of course you got social media content, but even like the captions on social media are content. Content is everywhere. Content is something that tells a story in every aspect. Your pictures should tell a story. Your video should tell a story. Your captions should tell a story. Now, obviously you don't want to OD it. There's a method behind it, which if you come to the training, we'll talk about. So make sure that you open up the description box and check that out. But because there are all of these different types of content and pieces of content, you want to make sure that you organize them in one central location so that way you relieve stress and you make it easier for you to actually post the darn thing. So one of the things that I highly suggest you create is some form of a content calendar. You wanna create this content calendar and map out the specific dates and what content is dropping and on what channel. Is it an email? Is it a social media blast on Instagram? What exactly is it? Are you going live? You wanna be very detailed with that. Another thing that you want to do as well is you wanna make sure that you have your content system mapped out and written out to a T. So how do you collect these content ideas? When do you shoot the photos and videos? When do you create the captions? How do you do that? Do you have a graphic designer that you're working with? Do you have an assistant, maybe is it your sister, your mom, whatever, that's helping you, that they can tackle some of these and schedule them and whatever the case may be? Map out what that step-to-step process is like and use it to create your content creation system. I usually do this on Coda, which is coda.io. I create my own document from scratch. I also use like not Excel, but Google Sheets and Google Documents to create this. So if you are in the Ultimate Launch course, which is a course all about launching, and you'll learn about that later, but if you're in the Ultimate Launch course, I actually have a pre-filled content calendar on a Google Drive that I share with all of the students within the Ultimate Launch course. But more recently, I actually shared my kind of content toolkit, which includes the system in which I plan content. It includes an area for you to map out your content on a calendar, to analyze your content and all of that. And so if you're interested in that, it is $49, and I'll leave that in the description box as well. So that way you can grab that and sign up for the training, and we could get you ready to launch this bad boy, okay? So make sure that you check those out. I really hope that this video was helpful to you. I just wanted to come on here really quick and just share the types of content that you should be creating, and also just share ways that you can organize and the goal of your content. I didn't want this video to be too long because I don't want you to get stuck in your head, okay? Just create the content. Take what I am telling you and obviously pair it with the strategy that you are using for your launch or your relaunch, whether it's a new business, an old business, a new collection, and just really like get out there and do the darn thing. Learn, but then apply. A lot of times we find ourselves just learning, and we don't actually apply anything. You never know what works for you, and you can't actually tweak to elevate unless you actually apply. So apply what I just said in this video, apply what I said in all my other videos that I shared, and also when you come to the training, apply what I say in that training. And if I do decide to share ways that you can work with me and you join those ways to work with me, please apply what it is that you learned within that program, okay? I have seen clients blow their goals out of the water, okay? I had a client who sold out within 48 hours. I had a client who sold 50 orders within like her first, I think, week or two. I had clients that have made over $1,000 in a week of their launch. I had clients make, consistent $330 days, which if you add that up, it equates to over 100,000. And so these are the results of when you actually apply what it is that you are learning. So apply it, okay? I really hope that this video was helpful to you. And if it was, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone that you know that it can help. If you're not subscribed to this channel already, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, so that way you know when I upload. Y'all, all of this information that I said works, and all of the information that I shared earlier in the Launch-A-Thon works as well, because I am gonna be using this for my new product business as well. So that's a little tea right there, okay? Your girl is launching a product-based business this year, and I'm gonna be sharing my journey and taking you guys along with me. So if you wanna see that, make sure that you definitely hit the notification bell, definitely subscribe, and be ready for these gems. If you are not following me on Instagram or TikTok, head over there and follow me at The Brand Hustler. I drop gems over there as well, and we get lit over there, okay? Now, y'all, make me proud, okay? Make me proud with your launches. And if you are coming to the training, I'll see you there. And if not, I'm gonna see you in the next video. All right, Hustle Babes, bye.